They invited me out of obligation, not love. I could tell from the moment I saw my name buried at the bottom of that digital card, family invitation, as if I were a distant cousin, not blood. Still, I went, not to reconcile, just to look them in the eye again. My brother was getting married, the golden boy, the one who never did wrong. And me? The exile, the embarrassment, the one they pretended didn't exist once I left my father's house 7 years ago. When I walked into the hall, heads turned. My stepmother's smile was sharp enough to cut glass. My father stood by the entrance, all posture and pride, his new family wrapped around him like armor. I kept my back straight. I wasn't there for them. "Look who decided to show up," my stepmother said, her tone dripping with venom disguised as charm. "Tell me, how much are you earning these days?" I smiled. "Enough to make my own choices." She laughed, that brittle, high-pitched sound only fake people make when they think they've won. My father didn't even fake it. His voice cut through the chatter like a blade. "You shouldn't have come," he said, loud enough for the guests near the buffet to hear. "You're an embarrassment to this family. Leave before you make a scene." The air stilled. My brother looked away. Even the music seemed to lower its volume. I didn't argue, I didn't beg. I simply nodded, turned, and walked out through the same doors I'd entered. Calm, silent, measured. But before I reached the parking lot, I looked back once. My stepmother was already whispering in someone's ear, smiling that smug little smile. That was her mistake. When they cut me off 7 years ago, they thought I'd drown. They didn't know I'd learned to swim long before they threw me overboard. I started small, working for a catering supplier, then managing logistics, then owning my own chain of event service companies. Quietly, under a different name. I didn't flaunt it. Success is sweeter when it's silent, especially when the people who called you worthless are still measuring worth in whispers and wedding invitations. So, when I received that message, that casual, obligatory invitation, I saw opportunity, not insult, a test of how far I'd come. I made one phone call, just one, to the catering manager. He didn't know my face, but he knew my name, my company's name, the one that supplied his entire inventory. "Everything's confirmed for the Khan wedding?" I asked. "Yes, sir. Delivery's being set up now." "Cancel it," I said. "All of it. Immediate withdrawal. Return the trucks to base." He hesitated. "Sir, that event's already paid for." "Refund them fully," I replied. "We don't serve families who insult our partners. Effective now." He didn't ask who. He didn't need to. When your company controls the food chain for half the city's high-end weddings, you don't question the owner's tone. Then I drove to the nearest coffee shop overlooking the venue, ordered a latte, waited. It took 30 minutes. One by one, the catering staff started leaving. Trucks rolled out. Waiters walked off mid-setup. Trays vanished. The grand buffet, the pride of my stepmother's planning, was stripped bare before the first dish was served. From where I sat, I could see the confusion unfold through the glass doors. My father's voice booming, my stepmother waving her hands in disbelief, guests murmuring, phones lighting up, my brother's bride's family watching in humiliation. The groom's side, our side, had promised a royal feast. Instead, 300 guests stood staring at empty tables. I could almost hear her words. "How much do you earn these days?" Enough, I thought, to ruin your reputation without lifting a finger. I didn't go back inside. I didn't need to. My silence said more than any confrontation ever could. For years, they starved me of respect, love, and belonging. Tonight, I simply returned the hunger. Later, my brother called. Not out of concern, out of desperation. "Did you do this?" he whispered. I didn't lie. I did. He exhaled sharply. "You embarrassed everyone." I almost laughed. "No, little brother, I just mirrored what your father taught me." He didn't reply. The line went dead. By midnight, the story had spread across every WhatsApp group, every community circle. Khan family's grand wedding ends in chaos. Caterers vanished without notice. Photos circulated. My father's furious face, my stepmother crying near the empty buffet, guests leaving early. Reputation. The one thing my father worshipped more than family. Gone in a night. People think revenge needs rage. It doesn't. It needs patience, precision, timing. I waited 7 years for that moment, not to destroy them, just to remind them who they tried to erase. I didn't ruin their lives. I just made sure they tasted what they served me: humiliation, silence, and absence. And as I drove home that night, city lights passing like fading memories, I felt something I hadn't felt in years: peace.